Turning to the latest on that LCBO strike, Premier Doug Ford on the attack today, accusing union leaders of being out of touch with their members and calling a strike that should never have happened. The Premier saying he's pushing forward with his plan to expand booze buying across Ontario. Al Sweeney's on the story again for us tonight and joins us live with the very latest. Hey, Al.
Hey there, Matt. Well, the Premier says the government has offered the strikers everything they want. But on the picket line, people told us today the Premier is wrong. And people are challenging some of the claims the Premier is making. With picketers trying to stay out of the heavy rain that hit Hamilton during the day, they indicate this strike is no closer to any settlement.
We just sit and wait for Mr. Ford.
But Ford says he's been talking to hundreds of LCBO workers who've been calling him on his cell phone, who want to go back to work.
The workers I've talked to, and even the head of the union hasn't talked to as many workers as I have on the phone. I've been on that phone non-stop with them.
How many of you guys have called?
None of us.
Did I call him? No, I didn't call him. I'm sorry.
He has 100 people calling him. We have 9,000 that didn't call him.
Critics are saying Ford doesn't have the time to take all the phone calls he's claiming. At a news conference, Ford said the government is pushing ahead with the plan it was elected on, and the next step is allowing other stores to sell drinks with spirits now only available in the LCBO. He said the government has offered the strikers exactly what they want, a pay increase, 7% over 3 years, along with benefits and job security. Strikers say there's no job security.
When he says, you know, don't worry, the LCBO will still be here, you'll still have jobs. 2 years from now, out of the 700 stores we have today, how many is he really going to need?
It's summertime in Ontario.
Ford made a point of saying the widely watched video of him flipping burgers and arguing against the strike was taken at his home, not relaxing at his cottage during the walkout. And he says the strike should never have happened.
The OPSU leadership, which in my opinion, totally misjudged this. We should have never went on strike in the first place. This is just a terrible, terrible strike, and they need to get back to the table.
People on the picket line disagreed. And Ford saying the union leadership is out of touch with the union membership.
I think a 97% vote for a strike is pretty good indication that we are solid behind our union right now.
Union leaders say 1,000 jobs have already been lost at the LCBO, and they're afraid more jobs will go.
We do not believe him, not at all. Our members do not believe him. We've seen what's been happening over the last 7 years. We've watched the gradual privatization of our work. We've seen millions of cases being pulled out of our unionized facilities and sent off to third-party private warehouses. So we're watching the gradual demise of our work. So the union is planning a massive rally in Burlington tomorrow with other unions to support the strikers. Matt?